get underground, you are not going to fare well if you try to stay above ground, especially if you're in a mobile home. You need to get to a more sturdy shelter, and you need to put as many walls between you and the outside world as possible. Preferably, obviously, we want you to get underground. But if you can't do that, then we need you to get, put as much stuff between you and the outside world as possible. Let me see if I, yeah, go ahead. Is this storm? Is this Zach's got a view of this storm? Is that right now? Oh, where's Zach at?
Right, okay. I believe we got a confirmed tornado just to my near Seminole, Oklahoma. We're approaching it from the south.
Okay.
Just wanted to give you a heads up. We're trying to get caught up with it.
All right, so that's professional storm chaser Zach Hall with Vortex Chasing. Holy smokes. Yeah, there you go. This is a PDS tornado warning for Seminole. We're approaching it. We've got storm chasers on the ground approaching it. And also we've got radar imagery. I think you can see it right there. You can see it right there. If not, he might need to get a little bit closer because I'm telling you, the biggest part of this storm, the part that's producing the tornado, is likely inside the rain base. So we certainly see the big rotating mesocyclone, but the part that's doing damage, that's lofting debris up into the air, is probably shielded behind some of the rain bands. Okay. So keep that in mind. If you're looking outside and you see this, this is not it. Okay, there is likely still a big tornado embedded inside of there, coming into the Seminole area right now. We got this big tornado is heading towards a Seminole right now. I think that it's near the Seminole Nation tag agency, and then we're going to see this come through the area of Seminole near Wewoka or Wewoka Creek. All right, you know where Don Circos is. You know where the Seminole Housing Authority is. West Bravo Avenue, points south. That is the prime time danger zone right now for a tornado. You got to get to shelter. Don't walk, run to shelter right now, as this storm is really causing a lot of feedback on radar. It looks like we might have had a correlation coefficient drop. We've got a very tight area of rotation just to the west of Seminole here, and it is wrapping up. It's tightening up as it gets closer to the city. So we want everybody to take shelter now. If you know anybody out here, if you happen to know anybody in this part of the world, please let them know what's happening. A PDS tornado warning is not a normal tornado warning. It's a higher level warning, and we only issue that whenever we know that there is a large, dangerous, deadly, life-threatening tornado on the ground getting ready to affect an area with some population, which is exactly what's happening here near Seminole. We've got a live view from Zach and Vortex Chasing of the storm. We can't see the tornado from this specific angle, but we can certainly see that this is a storm that's continuing to increase in strength. Okay, Vince Welty is also on this storm. If you actually come into the Radar Omega app, you can see where he's located exactly. He's right here. So he's not necessarily close enough to see it yet, but if we pull up his stream, you can see that we are seeing a pretty similar view as to what we were seeing on Zach's not too long ago. So Vince Welty is on his way to try to intercept this storm as well. I think the closest person that we have is Brad Arnold, but he has lost service. So we've got Zach from Vortex Chasing. This is kind of the best shot we have right now of seeing this thing. It doesn't matter, though. It doesn't matter if we see it or not, because this is a very dangerous situation for Seminole. Please take shelter now. This is also eventually affect Lima, in Dogco and Nobletown, Oklahoma. You got to run, don't walk. To shelter. Look at that swirl, man. Holy smokes. Let's put this into motion. Yeah, this is a very large rain-wrapped tornado moving into Seminole. I promise you guys, no matter how close Vince Brad or Zach get to this, we're probably not going to be able to see it. It is wrapped in layers of heavy rain right now as it moves into the southern portion of Seminole. Latest correlation coefficient, it does not look like I don't know. I can't really tell. You can see that we definitely had that correlation coefficient drop back here south of Pleasant Grove, but I don't know if it's continued. Maybe the tornado has lifted. I don't know. I don't want to make too many assumptions. I just want everybody in Seminole to take shelter now. We have this huge rotating storm, the size of the entire city, coming through, and right in here is where that tornado is going to be. I've lost feeds from Brad, Vince, and Zach. Let me see if I can't get up with them on Zillow. Hey Zach, we've lost everybody's feed. I know that the cell service is pretty bad down there, but just let us know. Have you been able to see anything yet? So that was me trying to reach out to Zach. The last frame that we got from him looked like this, which obviously is very ominous, but we never confirmed.
There's so much precip to our northeast where the circulation is embedded. We also have other areas of circulation that's near this thing. There's just a lot going on. It's getting dark on us as well.
Okay, so our storm chasers, our professional storm chasers can't see it. You're not going to be able to see it either. We've got Brad Arnold back. Brad Arnold is not in mod.
Ron, we're going to try and get a stream up as soon as we can, buddy. We're just in a bad spot. It's pretty rural out here.
He is approaching Seminole, though, and you can see that he's in a big storm. He's in a very high precip storm, but I don't see any sign of a tornado just yet. I'm sure he'll come through and tell us if there is one that he sees. Now, if you get close enough to one of these things, if you get right up next to it in a rain-wrapped tornado, it's not rain-wrapped anymore. You can see it. But if you get that close in a storm with this much precipitation, you're too close. So let's hope we don't get that close. But still, this thing is crazy, man. This is one of the wildest-looking storms on radar you'll ever see, with that crazy curling hook right up into the middle of the storm. It's kind of all culminating right on Seminole, too. This is still a lot of rotation, but maybe I'm hoping what's happened here is the tornado's actually lifted, because you see the debris signature back here south of Pleasant Grove, but since then it's kind of let up in its intensity. So